Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to, well, I don't really know what I'm going to call this yet. You'll probably see a title at some point, but I thought of this last night, wrote it down, and I went, you know what, we're going to do it this morning. And this is going to be a one building town in the TekTopia mod. So for those who don't know what the TekTopia mod is, TekTopia is a mod created by a gentleman by the name of TangoTek. He is a Minecraft YouTuber, plays a bunch of other games on Twitch as well, but he created a mod called TekTopia. I don't think there's actually a tab in here for it. I don't know what I'm looking for right now, but it has a lot of cool stuff in it. And the point of it is to build a town using the villagers that he has kind of changed around. So if we go actually over here, you'll see there's multiple professions and there are a bunch of building tokens, and you use those to create a village that pretty much runs itself. And that's the whole of the mod. I am doing a series on it. This will be season 4. Season 4 I'm actually doing with Sean. I'll link it in the top right, and I'll link all of the previous seasons and their world downloads in the description for you guys if you want to check those out. But yes, we're going to be doing this whole thing in creative, so we can kind of get some stuff done. I don't know really how I'm going to display everything, or really what the building's going to look like, to be honest. I just thought, hey, this is a really cool idea. Let's get it done. So I am just going to start, and I think it'll be a bit more on the jump cut side of things, just so we can kind of show things off a bit better for you guys. Let's actually do... So I really like this wood. I think it's a good side-along trim for this. So what I'm going to do is I just want to let you guys know what the plan was to start, and I'm going to get some more blocks together and kind of rough out probably the first layer of the building so you guys can see what it is. We're going to end up having the entrance, storage, the town hall, and a couple other little bits in here. So let me just lay out the building, and then we'll come back and see what we have next. So we are obviously nowhere near finished, as you can see by the build, but I wanted to bring you guys back and show you where we are at. Ignore the floating blocks. I've been doing a lot with chisel and bits. I think I'm going to save the rest of the chiseling for afterwards, which is what I started to do on this section here, but I have done fine detail work in a lot of spots. But hey, as I said, we're going to hold off on that, and I'm going to put up this. And I did assume it wasn't going to work. I am going to have to, I think, close this in and put in another door here, which is kind of a bummer. I was really hoping to leave it wide open, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to. So we'll play around with that in just a moment. But I wanted to show you guys the bit. So the town hall is going to be very small. It's literally going to be like the front entrance. This is going to be the town hall. And you know what, let's just put that guy there. And then we're just going to bloop bloop. Whoop. Guy down. And that should make it so the town hall works now, right? Yep. So it does see this as a town hall now. As I said, I am rather bummed. I was really hoping that I could keep it without having to close it in. And I'll detail it better. I just wanted to throw that in just to get it in. But yeah, this is where we are currently at. This is going to be the main center point of the whole town. There's really not going to... Oh, I forgot I'm in creative. There's really not going to be much in here. I do want to change the interior walls because of the fact I can do individual pixel layers. I'm thinking of detailing these blocks here and here into something else, but I really haven't decided yet what I'm going to do there. And we do have to play around with this. This is the point where the front piece attaches to this back end. And as I said, I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may kind of just block it on the bottom here and do the roof design. I mean the ceiling design across the bottom of it, and then fill in the wall design across there, which is honestly, now that I say it, is probably what we're going to do. But yeah, I'm genuinely happy with it where it's at. We do have some sign markers in here, and the only real idea I had at the beginning of this was we're going to have this front entryway leading into a circular building, and then off of the two wings, so these are going to end up being the north and the south wing, which is actually bad. I should have had it east and west, but it's just how the building ended up sitting in here. I'm going to put greenhouses because I want to have everything I can inside this building. The only thing that's going to be outside are the lumberjacks. And the animals are going to be outside, but they're going to be off the backs or the sides of the greenhouses. And I think that'll do good. The greenhouses are going to be rather large out here, so we're going to keep playing with that. I just don't know entirely what they're going to look like yet. That is the problem. And then off the back, it's just going to be the storage. And that's really it for the bottom floor. We do have the center spire, which is going to be how you're going to get up and down. It's using the jacaranda wood slab because I like it. It's kind of like a pinkish oak, and I don't know, I personally think it looks real nice, and it is solid. But the block choices I have gone with, I think I'm pretty happy with. I may end up detailing this a bit. I do like it here with the flat and the indents that I've done with the chisel, but on the circle section here, I can't really do it. And actually, I just thought of something that might work. Oh, that kills it right there. I'm sure I could figure it out if I chisel it, so prepare for a lot of weirdness here. Actually, you know what? That might actually help to break it up. Hold on, let's see how it looks real quick. I'm going to do a little bit of building on camera with you. I haven't really planned on doing much in the way of building on camera. Ooh, that's wrong. Just because a lot of these are going to end up being rather large individual projects. And I think the little jump cut bits here is going to work better. You know what I mean? So, I may actually end up just getting rid of this instead. I did like the trim. I am going to use the Mango Grove planks at some point. I don't know when. I may use them for the interior walls on the lower section, but I am undecided. But yeah, if I am going to round it off like this, I am going to get rid of that. I don't think it's going to fit very well. I also don't know if this is going to work. You know what I mean? Because this is technically, yeah. So maybe, yeah, I figured it out, guys. We're just gonna do this, and I think that'll end up doing rather well. Maybe I'll end up seeing how it looks, but I am going to get back to doing some more building. I want to get the greenhouses and the animal pens done along with the storage. And on the second floor, I was considering housing or like a butcher and a kitchen. But I don't know. They are going to kind of stick out the side of the buildings on the, what is it? The southeast and north sides. Obviously, because, you know, we've got a building over here, so we're not really going to push across the top of it. But I haven't 100% decided that, as I said. So let me get back to a little bit more building, and once we get some stuff done and an area for villagers to live, we'll bring you guys back so you can see what is going on there. If I do this again, I am definitely gonna split it up into multiple parts, which would be a good idea to do, but I'm already deep into this and I don't want to stop. So I don't remember. I think I showed the storage. It's probably been like 2 hours, maybe something like that. I don't know. Some of these buildings take a little bit longer than I think. But yeah, storage is done. It's small. It's simple. It doesn't need to be crazy. I might put more chests in the middle. I am undecided. It actually looks kind of messy inside, so I may end up fixing some of that. Yeah, we'll just do that. And kind of balance it out. Yeah, maybe? No, that's wrong. I don't know. I'll play around with that a little off. I think that'll be one of the last things I do is go through and fix everything up. I've started putting light down because obviously I've been closing everything in, so we're starting to lose a bit of light. And I decided to make this area just vegetables. It is honestly a rather large greenhouse. And I was initially only going to make it this big and then have like another hallway that went to 3 animal pens, and really just looked at it. Actually, it was actually going to be even smaller. It was only going to go to here. So like this was going to be the back, like these posts were going to be the outer walls. And I just wanted it to be bigger. So I went for it. We have all 4 crop types in here. You don't actually need these, but I thought it looked nice having them. At least before they grew. But now that they're grown, you really don't need it. So what I'm going to do real quick is let's hop outside to take a look at it. And as I said, it's big. It is very, very big. But I am very happy with how it came out. I ended up using the Tinker's Construct clear stained glass, which was cool. I do like that it has the connected texture on these larger panes, and then when you do put it in the framed blocks, I do like that it kind of parts out like that. I think it adds a little bit of extra something something to the build texture wise. The only part I don't like, there's actually 2 parts I don't like. This I'm not 100% happy with, but everything I tried just didn't work. I even tried, actually there's one thing I just thought of. Just because it didn't line up with the rest of the build, that's one of the things that threw me off. But I did just think of something, so let's throw it in real quick. I think it'll help break it up a little bit, but yeah, this here is just so flat. And the only other option I could think of would be to extend this out, but then it kind of meets in with this and it looks weird, so I don't know on that. We did adjust the trim. I don't remember if I showed all of that. This roof here needs some tweaking, but I played around with it a couple of times and ended up kind of liking it the way it is. So I'm going to take that and that out. I think that does add a little bit better. It flows into the building and then kind of kicks up here. I should probably just bring it straight into the building, but I think it just looked a little odd on the inside, but on the outside we may be able to fix it. Actually, let's just go like this. And yeah, that'll work. We'll just keep it solid on the inside. We'll have it go straight to there, and yeah, I'll probably keep it like that. I think that'll work. I'm just finding little tweaks here and there as we go. I'll probably go back and replace that other piece. But yeah, and then I was going to work on this section next, but I am drawing a blank on what I want it to look like. So I decided to step away from doing outside and start planning out the next floor where people are going to actually live. So you're going to come on up. We're going to have 3 offshoots here, here, and here. And these are all going to be houses. So I'm going to split this probably diagonally across the middle here from point to point. Which means these might end up looking weird. I don't know how I'm going to do stuff with it yet. I may actually just, you know, I'm going to box the corner out. I think that'll be good because you're going to be looking in on people's houses. So just so I remember, let me just grab this. This won't stay. This is just so I remember. There we go. That should be enough to remind me to box it out. I may end up putting something in there. I don't know yet, but and then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 6. Actually, I don't know why I put doors there. We can't do nothing here. Actually, yeah, we could. We'll figure out a way to do it into over here, and we'll have 12 sets of rooms. And then I wanted to go up and start the next level, and I didn't like that it was going to be like the spacing on this seemed weird for me in relation to the roof. If I wanted to keep it the same depth as down below, because this is a double set before you get to here, these would have had to have been here, and I feel that would have made, I didn't like it. I felt it made the rooms a little too small, the whole floor in general. So I have actually doubled it up, and we have the roof ceiling piece, which is this guy here. You'll see it's just got the single bit on the bottom, and then I did start to fill in the top here, but I don't know what I'm going to do next up here, and I do want to finish up down the bottom before I do that, and then we'll probably work on the rooms. And it's snowing out, so I'm going to go and take care of snow right now and kind of give myself some time to think, you know, just in the back of my mind on what we could do with this over here. And I also remembered we have to fit the mines in down here, and I may just have the mines be like a set of stairs. I could continue this down. I don't know if I will, but we could have like in one of the corners, just like here, have a set of stairs that goes down and down, and then they both go down again and meet up into the mines, which will go off that way and that way or something. I'm not 100% decided. The downside is we are kind of high up, but we are going to have druids, so I'm not really worried about it. That's why I did end up keeping the farms a little bit on the smaller side compared to what I could have done to them. We're going to have a bunch of druids, so they're just going to keep up with kind of refilling all of this as the farmers, you know, so the farmers can continue to work. And that's pretty much where we're at. So, as I said, I'm going to go and get some snow clearing done. I'm going to start up the snowblower and scrape roofs and give some thinking to what's going to go on over here. So once we're done with that, hopefully I'll bring you guys on back and you'll see either this section done or the rooms or both. It really depends on what my mind tells me while I am out there. It's been a couple more hours and progress has been made. I don't remember if I showed you this last time. I did that. I don't remember if that was there. And ooh, so we'll start here. I still haven't done this. I still have no idea what I'm gonna do over here, and it's really hurting my brain. But we're gonna put the chickens, the sheep, and the cows over here because we don't kill pigs in this game. Trust me. I'm not gonna get into it now. If you guys want to know about it, hop into the Discord and ask me about it. And I want to try and put the butcher here-ish so that he can just grab them and do his thing. Then we ended up doing this. It actually fits really well here. I'm very happy with it. I probably should have put it over here so that these guys don't have an issue, because I have a feeling they're going to be the people who go like this, and they're going to walk down here and then walk up here and then go into the storage. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I've got 6 mine shafts on this side, 6 mine shafts on this side. I can, 1, extend them if needed, and 2, I do have druids, or I'm going to have druids in this area, so they're gonna kind of run everything for us. We also have our smithy. It is kind of plain. As I said, I may come through and tweak a bunch of stuff afterwards, but I'm just kind of trying to get the rough ideas and get the stuff that's required, and then kind of go from there. And then the rest of down here is pretty much done. It's gonna stay pretty plain like this. I don't really mind it. The next step is to go upstairs. I did the rooms, and I found out something today. You cannot place a bed on these blocks here. You cannot put a bed on chiseled blocks. So I placed all the bed. I removed the chiseled block below, placed a different block, placed the beds, and then went underneath afterwards and replaced all the blocks. I'm hoping that'll still see them as a bed. They still have these markers working, so I'm assuming. But yeah, these ones actually could probably upgrade to 4, but I'm going to leave them as 2. This should be 44? Yeah, 12, 24, 36, 40, 44 villagers in here. I don't know how many I'm going to end up having. I did start to map it out earlier and just decided I'm not going to do it. We'll worry about other stuff. Oop, I forgot to do library. Actually, speaking of that, library, school, tavern. Alright, so this is going to be our library. Boom. Yep. Yeah, library. And I'm pretty happy with it. This one is probably as close to done as it's going to get. There's not really much else I can do with the space. I could put in like a carpet or something, but I don't really see much else for space. But we've got bookshelves, we've got places for them to sit. We have an enchanting setup here in the middle, so the enchanter can come in and do their thing. That is that there. We have, what's over here? This is going to be the kitchen. Oop, I forgot about the kitchen marker. And it is the kitchen because it is right next to the tavern. But we're going to show off the kitchen a little bit first. There we go. Again, minimalist. It's on the small side. I think that's the downside with trying to fit it all in this building. And at one point I had to thought about pushing stuff out, and it didn't look right. So I'm keeping it as kind of like a tower, which in the end did make them a little smaller, but you know, they'd have like a worktop area. Ooh, actually we need crafting, because I think they can craft bowls in here if I remember correctly. So we'll have those there. We've got the furnaces for cooking, and then just for decoration we have some cabinets, and as I said, kind of like a butcher block style table-y thing, and 2 more counter spaces to do some work. That is our kitchen, and we'll move on to the tavern. I should probably get a door for the tavern. Bloop, bloop, and there we go. The tavern I think has a bit more decoration. Again, there's still more I could do, but I put in a large amount of chairs. Not enough for every single villager if I fill up the 44 downstairs, but we've got all that. We've got little mugs on the tables. These are actually these barrels here, the liquid barrels from Rustic. When you put them on the table, they look like really large mugs. And then this is the bar area. You have your little drop down so you can work and deal with the peoples and keep the drunks out, because you know that's what you do. And then just some kind of brew barrels and some cabinets up here. I was going to put in some shelves because there are shelf. Is it in the shelf? Yeah, these ones here from Bibliocraft, and then you can put stuff on them. I just couldn't find a good spot to put it, as I said, because everything's a bit on the smaller side. I could extend the bar over and kind of put it on either side, but then it's just a huge bar and it takes up too much of the center focus of the room. So I chose not to do that. And I think, yeah, last thing on this floor, the school. The schoolroom, again, very simple. I actually went through this room like 3 or 4 times, moving all the desks around. This is kind of where the teacher's stuff sits, if he had any stuff. I don't actually have, you know, let me grab... There we go. He's got books. And I think I can put an apple on this table if I remember correctly. Was that a thing I could do? Yeah. I know it doesn't really look it, but, well, from this end it looks like it's a standing apple. From this it doesn't. But that's an addition. But yeah, we've got 12 seats here for children, so they'll be able to come in and learn. That's another thing with this, by the way. We have technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 bookshelves for the villagers to use. They only use these lower level ones. That's why on the levels above, I used the Chiseled Rainbow and the Abandoned bookshelves as well. I did not use any in here just because I didn't want it to run the risk of messing this up. So those are all good. But that is this floor. I may end up just topping it off at that point. I had already brought the stairs up before I decided to do it this way. So it's just kind of like that. But yeah, the only things I have left is this stuff over here. Oh, this is the chimney for the smithy, by the way. It comes on up here. I thought it looked pretty cool to have it out here. And it does kind of stand out, but I still like it, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I think the only things I have left are the butcher and then those 3 animal plots. And then it's really just filling the place up with villagers. I did also do some guard posts at the front, so the guards will patrol the front here. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. Again, I'm obviously going to finish the project before the end of this video, but if you guys have any ideas on stuff that you think would have fit better or something decorative wise that I could use, in the different rooms to kind of fit with the stuff, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will also be putting a link to a Mediafire account. It's just a file sharing site that I use, and it will have a zip of all of the mods that I have for this pack. It's the same mods I'm currently using in TekTopia, where we're playing with Sean. So if you guys already have that list, you don't need this new one. But yeah, I am going to get back to trying to figure out what we're going to do over here. There is even more snow again outside, so I may go do some more snow blowing. It did help me think of ideas for upstairs, so it's kind of a productive way to do things. So I'll see you guys when we're all done with this, and we should at that point have all of our villagers in and everybody kind of hanging out. This project was crazy. I am not going to say I'm 100% done. There are probably some other bits I'll have to fix and some stuff I'll play around with, but I am going to wait until I get comments on the video from you guys on opinions on things I should change, things I should do differently, and what you guys think overall of the build. One of the things I can tell you that is definitely not done, there's no actual roof. I just made it look like there's a roof. I'm fine with it. I have officially been playing in this world for... Whoop, wrong button. 8 hours and 53 minutes. I have not left it running at all while I've been doing any other thing. It is actually, yeah, that should be almost 100% correct. Yep. It is 9 o'clock at night now. Well, 8:30. Oh, I still have to go take care of more snow, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I gave up on trying to make the ranch place look good, and I just put them in outside pens. If you guys can find a cool way to do it, let me know. As I said, that's what the comments are going to be for, but we're going to start off at the front door. So a lot of this you guys have already seen, but I do want to give a just straight up walkthrough. So we're going to start off, obviously, the town hall. We have a guard post out front, mainly because I just wanted to have them patrolling somewhere. So that's that. Very plain on the town hall. I usually end up leaving them pretty plain. As you can see from the ceiling, I did have to change these back. The beds, they would not accept the rooms as houses because of the floor, so we'll just have to deal with it. I think it's fine. It's honestly a kind of cool pattern, if I'm honest. So we've got that. We have a sheep. Hello, sir. Hello. Seems like they tried to bring you somewhere and then decided they didn't want to go that way. Oh. Okay, there we go. I decided to put sugarcane outside. I had completely forgotten about sugarcane, to be honest. We need that to make paper so that the teacher... Nope, that the enchanter can make books so the teacher can boost the learning of the students. This here is the rest of the farm stuff. So we have our wheat, beetroot, carrot, and potato. I have 2 farmers working each crop. And I did just use random spawn eggs, so everybody has random values on everything. And everybody will increase their stuff. That is there. The storage is pretty simple. I gave them all food, so I wouldn't have to worry about them dying from anything stupid. And have been kind of working on getting all of this set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could probably do that better. But they got some stuff. They've got 10 sugar canes. I had to remove a couple of villagers that were broken. I don't think they really have much else. Nah, it's just that stuff there. That'll be fine. They pretty much just started working not too long ago. They haven't gotten anything for these guys to do, so these guys have just been hanging out. I may just drop some ore upstairs so that you can see the villagers working. But as you'll see, these guys have been working. I have not seen the druids down here, though. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as well. They should do the rock reform, or the rock form, or whatever, earth reform, that's what it's called. I have seen them out here working on the trees. The cleric has been walking around, giving her blessing. For those who don't know, bless temporarily increases the ability, so the job level of whoever's doing stuff. Oh, that's a 2, and I actually have a lot of them with a really low intelligence. Butcher, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know, like, I just literally have been struggling so much on the back end of this that I just put this here and went, okay, Butcher, you live here. And then remembered I had to do a barracks. So we do have a barracks in here. It's very small, the space for 5 guards. Only 3 of them are sleeping here. I think I only have 3 guards. And then this is their training area. They will come out here and attack the armor stands, which is nice. Whoop, are you going to come out and do it now? Or are you just on kind of on patrol? You were going outside. Come on, do it. No, alright, you don't want to do it. Well, that's fine, that's fine. One of the other weird things, they all seem to come over here. I don't know what they're doing, but everybody comes out and around to that corner. I still haven't figured it out. But we are going to move on upstairs so you guys can see what's up here. These are the bedrooms, obviously. Very simple, very plain. We got a couple of nosies in there. A couple of nosies in there. We got the 2 kids sleeping in here. I've gotten 2 hearts so far. And by the way, the children are terrifying when they're asleep. Like, that's straight up Herobrine, and I don't know what that is. He's just like, yo, look over there. See, oh, there we go. Ha. So they've been boosted. They've been blessed. So you'll see, I think they were 6. So now they're 14. Everybody's leaving the upstairs, which that's where we're going to head next. I'll let them go to bed. I'm not going to bug them about it. But upstairs, we have the school. Nothing's really changed in here. The only thing I changed for upstairs so far, aside from putting the ceiling in, is I broke 1 block here and here. Sorry, just here and here, because they would not come up. To test that it wasn't broken, I actually put a hole in the side wall and put stairs that went all the way down. But we did just miss them in the tavern. The only thing I've changed in the tavern is added a note block, which means that at night, one of the bards will come over, hang out here, and play for everybody. If you don't have a note block, I think the bard will just kind of stand anywhere, if I'm remembering correctly, but I don't know for sure. They have not used the kitchen, because I don't think there's anything for them to cook. And I did see a ton of them come in the library. When I put the stairs going up the outside to test that the floor up here worked, they all came through the wall of the tavern, came around, and went all into the library. So everybody's happy to use it. They're all going to work fine. Everybody's been hanging out at the tavern as well. And I think that's really it. I've put trees around the outer edge here, just kind of along the front. And I think this is as close to, well, I probably could have done it better as a 1 building build, a 1 building town, but I do like how it came out, and I'm very happy. I'm kind of happy with it. I'm like 90% happy with it. I will probably give it a little bit more work tomorrow, if I have a chance, but I'm not going to change too much until I get some feedback from you guys. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any other weird TekTopia challenges like this, let me know. I might do more of them. I don't really know. It really depends on how you guys feel about this. So, as I said, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy the video. And aside from that, I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you all have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.